Welcome everyone. The topic of this video is detection of fetal disorders during early pregnancy of lesson reproductive health. The first technique used to detect the fetal disorder is ultrasound scanning or ultrasonography. So this ultrasonography is usually done in the first trimester stage for finding or for saying the date of the childbirth, as well as it is also used to determine the number of fetuses as well as to assess the early pregnancy complications. So ultrasound has no known risks other than mild discomfort due to pressure from the transducer on the abdomen or vagina. So it is very simple, as well as makes a mild discomfort due to the pressure from the transducer. So this happen to be the transducer, and which gives a mild pressure in the abdomen as well as in the vagina, as well as there is no radiation used during this procedure. So ultrasonography is usually performed in the first trimester for dating as well as for determination of the number of fetuses and for assessment of early pregnancy complications. So if there is any early pregnancy complications also, we can identify by using the ultrasonography or ultrasound scanning. The second technique is amniocentesis, which involves taking a small sample of amniotic fluid that surrounds the fetus to diagnose for chromosomal abnormalities. So already we know the fetus is usually covered by the first embryonic membrane, what has happened to be the amnion, and between the fetus and the amnion it's filled by a fluid called as the amniotic fluid. So collecting this amniotic fluid is known as amniocentesis. So in which a syringe is pierced through the skin, abdominal wall as well as the uterine wall, and it is pierced inside the amniotic sac to absorb the amniotic fluid. So this is also done with the help of the ultrasound transducer, and with the help of this amniotic fluid we can easily diagnose for the chromosomal abnormalities. Probably this technique, amniocentesis, is generally performed in a pregnant woman between the 15th to 20th week of the pregnancy by inserting a long thin needle through the abdomen into the amniotic sac to withdraw the small sample of amniotic fluid. So in this picture it is shown. So by piercing the thin needle, the collection of the sample is taken. The amniotic fluid contains cells of shed from the fetus. So the cells of the fetus is also found in the case of that fluid, so thereby easily the chromosomal abnormalities can be detected. Third technique is the chorionic villus sampling. So CVS is prenatal test that involves taking a sample of the placental tissue to test for chromosomal abnormalities. So of course we know the embryo is wrapped by the last embryonic membrane, what is called as the chorion, and the chorion has a number of finger-like projections, what are called as the chorionic villi. So extracting this sample from the chorionic villi is also responsible for the test for chromosomal abnormalities. So extracting the tissue from this villus is also called as the chorionic villus sampling test. So to detect the test for chromosomal abnormalities. The fourth technique is happen to be fetoscope, where fetoscope is used to monitor the fetal heart rate and other functions during late pregnancy as well as the time of labor. So the average fetal heart rate is between 120 and 160 beats per minute. So this is somewhat high when comparing the adult heartbeat. An abnormal fetal heart rate or pattern may mean that the fetus is not getting enough oxygen, and it indicates other problems. Suppose if there is any abnormality regarding this heartbeat number per minute, so that indicates the fetus is not getting enough oxygen, as well as also it indicates certain other problems. And the next one is the compact handheld device, what is called as the Doppler device. So as shown in this picture, the Doppler device is also meant for use for counting the fetal heart rate. So a handheld Doppler device is often used during the prenatal visits to count the fetal heart rate. So during labor, continuous electronic fetal monitoring is often used. So as shown in this picture, the fetus is connected to the electronic fetal monitoring device, where this device has two transducers. The first transducer is used to detect the uterine contractions, and the second transducer is used to detect the fetal heart rate. So by this also we can detect the heart rate of the fetus. So with this the topic is getting over. Regarding the other topics we'll see in the next videos. Thank you.